I don't get it. It's probably one of my least favourite products that they have. My favourite item from Benefit. Hi guys! So today's video I'm doing a review of the brand Benefit Cosmetics. They're spoken about a ton in the beauty community on YouTube, especially like their brow products. But they don't release products very often. They have some products where I was going through their website to get all the prices and I was like, they came up with a stick foundation. They have lipsticks. There's some products that they have and I was just like, oh, I didn't know they came out with that. I'm pretty on the money with stuff like that. So anyway, some of the products I don't have anymore. So let's get into the video. The bottle's tiny and there's a reason for that and I'll explain. But their POREfessional primer, this is a tester. I used to love the Benefit POREfessional, the original one in like the green bottle. Used to love it, used to use it religiously. And then started to notice it was actually clogging my pores and that's why I was getting really, really bad breakouts. Another reason why I don't use the Tarte pore filling thing either is that those are great for glam days, but do not use them continuously because they will just clog your pores and you'll get really, really, really bad breakouts, or I did anyway. I have pore filling primers I do like. The Body Shop Insta Blur, I love that primer. If I'm going to use a pore filling primer, it's going to be that one or Touch and Soul's No Problem Primer. Really cheesy name. So if I'm going to use one, I'm going to use one of those. However, the Hydrate primer, I just wanted to try the Hydrate one because I'd heard Soph Does Life talk really, really good about it. And she also, I think, used to like the original Benefit POREfessional. I knew that the Illuminate one would not be for me. It's a POREfessional with like a pearl finish, so it's very illuminating. Who wants to highlight their pores? But the Hydrate one, it's pore filling, but it's a slightly thinner consistency. So it ends up, I don't think you feel hydrated at all. It's not like a hydrating primer like the Too Faced Hangover RX. It's not at all hydrating like that. It's a more hydrating pore filling primer. So if you want something pore filling that's not going to seriously dry you out, it's okay. I think it's just a better version of the original pore filler. Still wouldn't use it on a day-to-day basis. Next is concealer. There was a concealer that I used. I got a little tester of, I can't remember what it was called, but it's like a concealer in a stick that has like a balm around it. It's meant to be hydrating. That was the greasiest concealer I've ever tried in my life. One of the first heavy duty concealers I ever bought is this Boi-ing Industrial Strength Concealer. Have I hit pan? I don't really use these pot concealers anymore. It's like really thick and waxy. It covers well. The colour is like darker than my skin tone. I felt that because this was so heavy duty, it ended up creasing under my eyes so quickly because it was thick, it was pulling on my under eye skin and therefore I just couldn't use it. If you want like a really good affordable concealer, the Collection Lasting Perfection is one of my holy grails and that's like, I don't know, less than £4. I'll use this up. I use these kind of pot concealers when I'm using my glasses and I get like the little indentations, so I just keep a pot of this in my handbag and I'll, you know, touch it up. I won't be using this under my eyes. However, I didn't think I was going to like this because I don't like the other Boi-ing concealer. I was really confused as to why they called this also Boi-ing concealer. They have another Boi-ing concealer as well. It's like Tarte calling everything Shape Tape. It gets kind of confusing, especially if you've got 3 concealers all called like Shape Tape or in some realm of Shape Tape. Boi-ing Cakeless concealer. I like the little rubber, I think that's kind of cute. Benefit have always had really cute packaging. The applicator is super bendable. It holds a decent amount of product. I did wipe some off, so I don't know why you need a concealer wand to bend that much. But it's a really, really nice concealer. I basically used it as foundation today. I used a powder foundation today. I used this underneath my eyes and I used it all over my sort of more pigmented areas. I used it to highlight down my face. It looks really nice. It's a really nice concealer. I actually think I prefer this to Shape Tape. I even think I prefer this to the Urban Decay All Nighter concealer that's like really, really matte. I got mine in the shade number 1. I think this has a really good shade range if I remember rightly. Considering I didn't like the other Boi-ing concealer because it was super heavy duty, this is super full coverage without being cakey at all, hence the Cakeless. So really, really good. My box is like slightly broken, but I'm pretty sure it got caught on something. But I've had this for a while. Hoola Bronzers. I actually originally had a mini of the original Hoola bronzer, but it was just too dark for me. Hoola Lite. I really like this bronzer. I don't particularly use it for a bronzer. I will say I use it for a contour, hence why my brush is dirty. I mean, it's the same pigment, so. This is a shade here. It's a very light sort of contour shade. It's actually a really creamy formula. It's so light you can like hardly see it. You can see how kind of creamy. It's a really nice bronzer. It doesn't skip, blends really easy. They only have 4 shades. And can I just say as well, it took them forever to come out with deeper shades. Like, they came out of Hoola and they had Hoola for like, I don't know, 5 years or something. Came out with Hoola Lite and then it took them another like 2 years to come out with Caramel and Toasted. What was that about? I mean, I do really like the formula. I think it blends nicely. I think this shade range sucks. Can I just say, I don't like the box packaging. Like, it was cute for a minute, but can we please get proper packaging? I have no problem with recyclable packaging. I have no problem with that whatsoever, hence why I've been really enjoying KVD Beauty, or whatever they're called now. Can we just update this sort of like packaging to something else? Because these boxes especially are just really bulky. I mean, especially considering, because you have the brush in there, there's just so much empty space. A little update would be great. Some blushes. I, for a long time, could not find any Benefit blushes that I liked the shade of. However, I then tried out Gold Rush because just everybody was talking about that. This is a mini and it's a super like nude, warm tone sort of colour. It had like this gold overspray. You had to kind of like tap that off because otherwise you'd have like glittery cheeks. But once you get through the overspray, it's such a pretty colour. However, like if you have Milani Warm Petals, complete dupe. You don't need it. You do not need this. Although this one smells so much better than the Milani Warm Petals. I don't know what it is about Milani blushes. They all smell funny. Not the domed ones, but like those rose ones. I think they're meant to smell like rose and I just don't like it. But these, okay, the bronzer doesn't particularly have a smell, but the blushes have a smell. I don't know why. Really, really pretty. I got a mini because, you know, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, especially with that weird overspray, but really, really nice. I also got the Georgia blush recently. Who is using this brush for their blush? It's okay for highlight, but like, who's using it for blush? Yeah, see, this has got another perfumey smell. It's nice. Can't tell what it is. Really nice peachy shade. Surprised I didn't have a shade like this already, to be honest. Really pretty. It has a bit of a shimmer to it. Well, yeah, it has a lot of a shimmer to it, actually. It almost looks like a highlight. So this is Georgia and this is Gold Rush. I was about to say Warm Petals. This one has a lot more shimmer on it. I think because, again, it has like kind of overspray, because I only had this for like a month and I haven't obviously been using it every day. Without a doubt, my favourite item from Benefit is the Cookie Highlighter. I heard Jaclyn Hill talk about this in that little trio with Gold Rush, Hoola, the original, and this. And I was so tempted to buy it. I cannot tell you, there was at least a month that went by, and almost every other day I was thinking, oh, should I get it? It's worth it just for the Cookie Highlighter. And then, as per Jaclyn's recommendation, they came out with it separate, and I am so glad they did. It has really kind of pretty packaging, I guess. I also like the brush. Like I said, these kind of brushes, really nice to do highlight. Every single time I use this highlight, I use this brush. Look at that pretty champagne shade. I mean, for light skin tones, champagne highlighters are just the best. Bam! That is such a smooth, creamy, beaming highlight. Do I have to say anything else? Run and get it. I will say the really good thing about Benefit Cosmetics is all of the mini products are around £12 to £14 at most. And I mean, even a mini, get a mini of this, that's gonna last you a long time. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's one of my favourite highlighters. Let's talk about brows. This is what Benefit is most known for. They're known for their brow products in the beauty community on YouTube. I don't get it. They're not bad. They are not bad brow products by any means. They're just fucking expensive. Full-blown brow pencil is about 20 to 29 pounds or something. I already said in my past favourites video where I reviewed everything that I used to absolutely love. I wouldn't even repurchase an Anastasia Beverly Hills, let alone one of these. And I actually got this for free because I had like a load of points. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Everybody fucking talks about this. I used it today. It's nice. It's a nice pencil. It's a very hard formula. It's very similar to the Colourpop Brow Boss pencil, a hard formula that like helps you like create your brows really, really nicely. It's still hard to create brow hairs. Like, I went through it with the Urban Decay Brow Blade felt tip pen just to give it a little bit more dimension in my brows, but it's nice. I just don't think it's legendary. Milani, Colourpop, NYX, they're all so much cheaper. It's not worth it. For the 24-hour brow setter, it holds my brows in place. I actually prefer, nowadays I prefer the tinted ones over clear brow gels. I know they do tinted ones. It's pretty good. Like, I can feel that it's holding my brows in place, which is really good. I just don't gravitate towards these. I will say, because it's holding my brows in place, I would say it probably is a really, really good brow gel. But again, the NYX Control Freak is like super, super, super affordable. And it's like £10 cheaper. You're welcome to try the minis. They're a lot more affordable. I just don't get the hype. Something I was obsessed with for a while is the Eyebrow. So this is a brow pomade. You can tell, mine's completely dried out. If pomades dry out, you can just put like a little bit of an eye drop in there and it's fine. It, you know, brings a little bit of life to it. I used to really, really, really enjoy this as a pomade. The brush is like really slim. The brush is like really slim, so you can get actually pretty good brow hairs and everything with it. I mean, it's a little awkward having it like this. I mean, you can always take that out. I like that that's in there, so I've always got a brow brush. It was actually one of the first brow brushes I ever used. But I liked this pomade over the Anastasia one. A long time, obviously, since I've used this. It was nice. It was a really good pomade. If you like pomades still, I don't think a lot of people use pomades nowadays, but if you like pomades, it was good. 2 more products to go through. So, something I actually meant to use today, and I completely forgot because it was at the bottom of my makeup bag. This is a fantastic eyeliner. This is the Roller Lash. Oh, excuse me, Roller Liner. And this came after the Roller Lash Mascara, which I'll talk about in a second. This is a really, really good eyeliner. It's a proper felt tip. It's not a bristle tip. It's super matte. I'm gonna let that dry down. This is a really, really, really matte liner. Super, super easy to use. If you want to get a really matte big wing, or even just a small wing, or just line your eyes. I don't actually have a single bad word to say about this. So I've turned my lights down, so hopefully you can see that this is a completely matte liner, which if you like matte liners, trying to find a good felt tip matte liner is sometimes hard, because the Balm Schwing is the perfect matte liner, but it's one of those like pot ones. My mum's favourite, which is funny because it's probably one of my least favourite products that they have, and that is Benefit mascaras. Just all of them. I've tried the They're Real. That was the first one I tried, because again I think I got like a freebie. It's good if you like really long lashes, but I personally like long lashes and I want volume. So I felt like that one gave me a lot of length, but it was just like really spiky looking lashes. BADgal Bang, really cool packaging. I loved the faux studded top, really liked that. I didn't use these today because these are really old and I don't want to give myself an eye infection. I've got like a really spiky brush. It's like kind of movable, so you can get like your like lashes and everything, but it was just a little too clumpy and hard. Like the formula was just too difficult in my opinion. I personally just really like the more natural bristle brushes. This is like Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. These kind of old school bristles. The shape of this like really helps as well, but those bristles, that's what gives you a lot of volume. No Benefit mascaras had that. They all have these plastic brushes. And then the Roller Lash, I thought I was going to love this because everyone spoke about this for like, I don't know, 3 years or something. It was Jeffree Star's absolute favourite when I used to watch him. Curved plastic wand. It was the best out of the three, but that just wasn't saying much because I didn't particularly like the other two either. It coated the lashes nicely from what I remember. It lengthened. It volumized a tiny bit, but just nothing compared to any of my other favourite mascaras. My Essence ones, this L'Oreal one, my number 7 or 360. Those are like my top tier. Benefit just couldn't compare, and considering the price, they should have been a lot better. I've said previously that Pat McGrath is the only high-end / luxury brand that's ever knocked my socks off in a mascara. And I've tried Estee Lauder, I've tried Stila, I've tried Benefit, I've tried a bunch of high-end mascaras. Oh, I've tried Marc Jacobs as well. Lash Paradise, Essence, even the Maybelline Lash Sensational. Like, those are my favourite mascaras, and they're all under £10. You just don't need to spend like almost 20 quid or over 20 quid on a mascara. Get good lashes. Sorry, Benefit. So that's my thoughts on Benefit Cosmetics. Let me know what you think in a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it. I think I want to do Almar Cosmetics next. I was really weighing up which one to do, and Almar Cosmetics is the next one I want to do. They are one of my favourite brands. They do have some missed products, but they're very few and far between, so I want to do them next. Somehow forgot to do my normal outro, but if you want to see that Almar video, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!